And y'all may be wondering, is this Deer and Wildlife Stories? You're doggone right of this, okay? And it kind of starting out a little bit different. It's springtime, and that means crawfish. We're over in East Texas, just out of Prime Acres at an event called Crawfest. We're going to be showing you what's going on today, and then we'll be showing some great big old bucks. Y'all stick around.
Record Rack Deer and Elk Feeds presents Deer and Wildlife Stories. The whitetail deer is America's favorite big game animal, and whitetail deer farming is the fastest growing segment in the agriculture industry. Our program's mission is to dive into the world of deer farming and inform you of how deer farmers all over the country are now using rapidly developing science-based research on their captive deer herds to solve the chronic wasting disease issue through selective breeding. Not only is the new science working, but it's obvious that captive deer breeding is the only way to help save America's deer herd from CWD, which will help improve overall herd health and at the same time produce more quality trophy-sized animals for the general public. Join me as we discover how whitetail genetics, deer auctions, animal husbandry, and so much more drive the modern-day deer farming industry. My name is Keith Warren, and this is Deer and Wildlife Stories. So on this show, we've got so much content that literally we're going to have a hard time putting it all together. So I want to encourage you, if you haven't gone over to our YouTube channel, it's called the Deer Farming Channel YouTube. I'd encourage you to head over there because you're going to see a lot of content that did not make it to television. Make sure and check that out. But there's so much good stuff to tell you about that goes on here at Prime Acres. And it really all started out in the springtime at an event called Crawfest. This is an event for the Texas Deer Association. Everybody you see here, I mean, there's a lot of families. Everybody here comes from different walks of life, but the thing about it is it brings us all together for the love of the whitetail deer. We may all be competitors, but as we're competitors, we're competitors and we're friends. I mean, this is like a deer farming family, a community. And so they've got a lot of seminars going on. That room right there, there's some of the most knowledgeable people in the country in whitetail deer, and the people who are sitting there are trying to learn everything they can. And this is just a great event.
I'm Brad Hassig with Prime Acres Whitetails and Exotics. We're here with Crawfest 2025. We got a lot going on today. We got a raffle, lots of pen tours. We got some great seminars. We got a lot of families here today, people from all over the country, several different states coming in to check out our event. Most of all, everybody's ready to eat some crawfish.
Well, we're from Folsom, Louisiana, and we came here to TDA today to Crawfest, and we're enjoying it. And I met up with Hank. I've dealt with Hank before, and we're here discussing future deals right now at the Crawfest at Prime Acres.
That's right.
My wife Jacqueline and I, we came out here to Prime Acres to enjoy some good food, some good fellowship, support our brothers and sisters in the Texas deer industry.
Hey, Sean Schaefer, Executive Director for the North American Deer Farmer Association. Excited to be here at the Crawfest.
As a new deer farmer, when we have the opportunity to gather together at these type of events and share in the camaraderie and the atmosphere of industry and enjoyment and just learning from others, I feel like it gives us an opportunity to advance our own knowledge and our relationships within the industry.
Hello, my name's Chris Patty. I'm the Executive Director of Texas Deer Association, and we're having a great time out here at the Crawfest, second annual, and we just appreciate everyone coming out. And we're so happy to have this event where we can have folks come together who are like-minded and have a good time, have a little crawfish. We do appreciate Brad and Chris and all the effort that went into putting on such a successful event.
Why in the world did you come all the way from Indiana? Tell everybody.
So we came here to support Brad. And Brad has been a big supporter for our state of Indiana, for our fundraisers, for the deer auctions that we have. And so I just like to come back to support him also.
Yeah, well, that's the way the deer industry works, folks. Okay, yeah, we support each other. I mean, you know, Texans support Texans and Indianans support Indianans, but you know what? We support each other nationwide.
We're out here at Crawfest on one of our tour runs, and we come across our first bottle-fed fawn we ever had, Axis doe, and Jolene. And it's fun to have family and get to show them everything out here and give them the experience of getting to love on the animals.
Deer and Wildlife Stories is brought to you by the North American Deer Farmers Association, the North American Deer Registry, Dr. Ray Favero's Whitetail Genetics, and by New Dart. For more videos on deer farming, subscribe to the Deer Farming channel on YouTube and now TikTok. So today, Deer and Wildlife Stories comes to you from deep East Texas. We're just outside of Woodville, Texas at Prime Acres Whitetails and Exotics. I've been coming here for years. Matter of fact, I don't even know how many years, but it's been a long time. I've gotten to have a very good relationship with Brad Hassig and his family. They're fantastic people. They got a beautiful facility. They got world-class deer, and the exotics, they've gotten into the exotic market in a really big way, and they're making some strides that people are envious of. One of the cool things about having exotics is the fact that it kind of opens up opportunities. I mean, there are some people that want to have just nothing but whitetail deer. I get that. But there's other people that don't want whitetail deer at all. They want exotics. Well, when you deal with Brad Hassig and the folks at Prime Acres, you have the best of both worlds. There's lots of different exotics out here, but one of the special ones out here that, well, I think is special, is a baby bongo.
This is our first time raising a baby bongo. These things are pretty wild, and there's really none of them left. And it's pretty cool to have one of these here.
Good. He got big ears.
He does have big ears.
No single person can run an operation of this size. It's impossible. There's just too much going on, too many moving pieces. But the team that he has working here at Prime Acres is second to none. Everybody knows their position, everybody helps when they need to, and they flat get it done. We're fixing to go move an Axis buck from one pen to another, and although I've darted thousands of whitetail deer, I've never darted or actually seen darting of an Axis deer, so this is the first for me.
Hi, I'm Erica Caldwell. I'm the ranch manager here at Prime Acres, and we're getting ready to go dart one of our breeder Axis bucks. So we're gonna move him out of a pen of other bucks. He's in with some young bucks right now, and put him in with does so we can have fawns end of April, early May next year, which would be perfect. So we're getting everything ready. We've got meds for him. We're gonna give him fluids, and now we're ready to go. Actually, to be perfectly honest, I can probably get him right there.
Is that him?
Yep. Nailed it.
Now what?
Now we wait. Hey, we've got him darted. He's not down yet, but it hit good. I don't see him not going down. So if y'all want to head this way, you can. All right, we were hoping for him to go down in about 8 to 10 minutes because that means we got our dosing right on our drug, and it was right about 9 when he hit the ground. So we should be looking pretty good.
All right, so he's out. He's a little bit twitchy, but I think he's gonna be good. So we're about ready to load him up.
Just getting some measurements on this guy real quick before we cut him off. And we're happy with the way he looks again this year. Long tines and good main beam. There we go. There's your boyfriend, Jolene.
We're cutting his antlers off just to keep him safe and keep the girls safe.
So what Brooke's doing right now is she's giving him some sub-Q fluids, which sub-Q just means under the skin, which is why he's got a big bubble right here, but that's normal. That's what it looks like. And that just kind of helps him recover from sedation a little bit better, and it helps keep him hydrated. And then also I'm going to go ahead and spray his antler bases just to kind of make sure that he doesn't pick up any kind of infection from us cutting those off. All right, so we're gonna give him some Wormer, some Exceed, some B-Complex, which is just vitamins, and also some dexamethasone. All right, so we are all done with dream on, so we're gonna go ahead and wake him up. All right, he just got up and looks like he's doing good, so hopefully he's ready to have a bunch of girlfriends. Stick around, Deer and Wildlife Stories will be right back.
Deer and Wildlife Stories is brought to you by RS Deer Ranch, Record Rag Deer and Elk Feeds, Rut Manufacturing, and by the Servid Livestock Foundation. Deer and Wildlife Stories will be right back. Closed captioning provided by Advanced Deer Genetics. All right, so right now it's the last week of August. We're back at Prime Acres. If you just joined us, this is Brad Hassig, and we are in a breeder buck pen right now. And there's 3 bucks we want to point out in here. The old man that's in here, that's Back in Black.
Yeah, that's Back in Black.
He's a 19 model.
Yeah, still getting it done.
Yeah, you know, we've been coming out here to Prime Acres for year after year after year. We watch Back in Black grow, basically. And so at 6 years old, he's 6 years old now. Okay, if you go to the registry, he's got 765 offspring as of today in the registry out of him, and so he's still getting it done. But there's a couple other bucks in here that we want to point out too. Horizon is one of them. Which one is that now?
That's the big wide one there with the flyers.
Okay, so there's a common denominator between Back in Black and Horizon. Tell everybody what it is.
Horizon's pedigree is Unforgiven on Back in Black's womb sisters.
There you go. Okay, so they're related. And then you've got another buck in here. Boy, he's tall, real tall. Who's that?
That's a Money Talk son. We're calling him Money.
Okay, well, bloodline there, the pedigree got to go back too.
Same anchor back to Tasha. Yeah, Tasha's been very kind to our farm.
What we're talking about on Deer and Wildlife Stories, everybody wants to see the bucks, but it's really about the does. The power comes from the does. Would you agree with that?
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's what we've tried to collect, you know, year after year, is them famous bottom line females.
And Brad's got a lot of those here, obviously, but he's got also a lot of great deer here. Now, as we show you these other bucks in the pen, how old are they?
Most of these in here are 2-year-olds.
Okay.
That are in here.
How's business been?
Business is good. Stalker market's just incredible. I had a deposit on every one of my stalkers before the end of last year. I had a deposit in hand. And
really? So you're selling out a year in advance?
Yes.
All 2-year-olds, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay, why don't you sell them at one?
We sell a few at one. I've got a couple clients that like to take bucks in the wintertime. They acclimate a little better in the pasture, and so we sell about, probably 20 of them a year. I like to hold as many over just so that I have some to show when people come looking, you know, and it's hard not to sell something when somebody's writing a check.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, when business is as good as it is for Prime Acres, it's obvious they're doing everything right here. So we're fixing to show you some more breeder deer here in a second, and one of them that's fixing to take a long distance trip to my place. And so y'all stick around. Deer and Wildlife Stories will be right back. All right, if you just joined us, we are at Prime Acres just outside of Woodville, Texas, and this is a breeder buck here. We've shown you some breeder bucks already on the show. This guy, though, is going to take a road trip real soon. Like, we're fixing to load him up in a trailer. He's going to Oklahoma. He's going to become an Okie. We're taking him to my place. And Brad's primary business here is selling not just breeder bucks, but also he sells stalker deer. And we've showed you plenty of stalker deer here. And right now we're going to show you a couple more breeder bucks right here at Prime Acres. All right, so who do we have in this pen?
That's Talk to Me there, the 2-year-old.
Nice.
Yearling that we promoted last year, and it really paid off. I mean, he's without a doubt our best 2-year-old this year.
So do you have any partners on him?
Yes, we do. We've got Springfield Whitetails, Black Hawk in Louisiana, The Swamp in Alabama, and Billy Sage.
Wow. So he's got literally partners on that deer all over the country, and these guys are all big and prominent in the industry. And tell everybody really what that partnership brings.
Well, you know, a buck like that, we try to pick our partners, you know, people that are going to breed him to some special animals. You know, him being a yearling last year, not everybody bets on a yearling. We've had pretty good luck here, you know, breeding yearlings in years past, and with a pedigree like his, you know, it's hard not to.
And what is his pedigree?
His pedigree is Money Talks, Blackjack, Trigger Man, Triple Crown, Hardcore Whitney. Another Tasha anchor, so.
Okay, going back to that Tasha. I mean, that is a heck of a deer, but the rest of these guys are yearlings, right?
Yes, they are.
But who is that one right there? That's a standout.
Yeah, that's 501 right there. We're calling him Super Sport. He's a SS genotype and had a lot of interest in him this year.
Good, good. Okay, so we talked earlier about the deer that's fixing to go on a road trip. That deer is going to my place as a breeder, but Brad's primary business right now is the stalker market. And we've showed you some stalker deer that he takes to ranches all over the state to improve the value of the land. But Brad's also been taking stalkers to his own place, okay? And they actually do hunting at this place now. And we'll tell you more about that right now.
I'm Connor Hassig with Prime Acres. Me and my wife, we run the hunting here. We're based in East Texas, deep in the piney woods, great habitat. Not only do we have trophy whitetails, but we also have a wide variety of exotic animals. Of course, we hunt everything during season, and out of season, we hunt exotics year-round. Our typical customer is just, true outdoorsmen. They love bringing out friends and family, getting to hang out on the ranch, and a variety of places to hunt and look at all our exotic animals and everything that we offer here on the ranch. And plus, we make sure everyone goes home happy. For more information, give me a call. It's 409-200-0400. I'd love to hear from you.
Deer and Wildlife Stories is brought to you by Record Reg Deer and Elk Feeds, New Dart, Prime Acres Outfitters, Rut Manufacturing, the new game management software, and by VAF Contracting and Fencing. Now it's time to hear from Ron with VAF Contracting and Fencing.
Hey guys, it's Ron. Today we're out here looking at something a little bit different. As you can see back here, I've got a corner topper over the top of one of my H-brace corners. That's because if you get some crazy exotic animals like the sheep and goat species from Asia, they can climb and jump all your fence corners, and then you cannot keep them enclosed where you want to keep them. So what we did is we went ahead and we made a corner topper over the top of the braces. That way, any of the sheep or goats that want to try and jump and climb off of the different fence corners, they can't get out of the fence anymore. So whether you're looking for fence clearing, new fence construction, land improvements, or even some crazy corner toppers or something to keep in your sheep and goats so they don't get out, we've got you covered.
To contact VAF Contracting and Fencing, call 254-709-9418. So as a deer breeder, I'm always paying attention to what everybody's doing. And if you're a deer breeder watching the show, I know you're watching the show to find out what is so-and-so doing, what is so-and-so doing. That is the purpose of our program, and also to help educate people about whitetail deer. But there's one particular deer here that I've watched him for the last, 4 or 5 years. He was a bottle raised buck. He needed to be bottle raised because his mama didn't take care of him. But they bottle raised him, and he turned out to be extremely gentle and extremely big. And this particular buck, his name is the Fixxx. And I decided years ago that if I had an opportunity to get the Fixxx and take him to my farm, I was going to do so. And that opportunity actually came up when I moved to Oklahoma. All right, so we're fixing to go knock this guy down. We're going to use him in Oklahoma as a breeder.
I'm letting air out. Oh. Turn your butt, buddy.
So we're sitting here waiting on him to go down and just watching, because as soon as he goes down, we're going to make sure the other buck's paved and leave him alone. Then we'll go in there and get to work on him. All right, so that went really well. It took about 9 minutes for him to hit the deck. We're going to give him about 2 minutes more, let him fall asleep really, really good. Then we're going to put a mask on him and go to work. All right, so now he's masked and he's nice and asleep. What we're going to do now, we're going to cut his antlers off. In order to cut the antlers off, what we need to do is we need to band him, and basically that's a tourniquet on each antler because there's still blood flowing in there because antlers are not dried all the way up yet. Once they're banded, we're going to wait a couple minutes, make sure that blood flow is stopped, and then we're going to cut them off. How wide's that? 39 inches, that's not bad. So there really is a lot going on right now. It's been about 25 minutes since we wound up hitting him with the dart. They're getting the bleeding stopped. Everything is going well, and we'll be moving him here in a minute and then reversing him. That's nice. Take a look. You can tell this is an old buck. Look at this skin on him. That's something when you talk to a hunter and the hunter's talking about a mature buck and how they get deep in the brisket. Look at that. That extra skin is where he's going to get deep in the brisket. Yeah.
We're just going to clean his feet up a little bit. Like Keith said earlier, these older bucks, especially with heavy antlers on their head through the summer, their front feet have a lot of weight on them, and a lot of times they get a little checked up like his are, and basically just clean them up so, you know, no debris sticks in there, and so they can clean up and re-heal through the winter.
All right, so she's giving him a reversal shot right now, and he'll be up here in about 10 minutes. It's going to be really dark and cool inside here. You can see the walls are painted black, and it'll be dark when he wakes up, and he'll be nice and calm. It'll give him a chance to relax, and then tomorrow morning we'll open up one of these doors and literally just walk him right on the trailer. Everything will be good. All right, so that wraps it up for today's program. Got any questions or comments? I want to hear from you. You can head on over to YouTube and check out the Deer Farming channel, where you've got hundreds of videos on there that'll help you make better decisions when it comes to deer farming. My name is Keith Warren, and we'll catch you next time.